and welcome. My name is Justine Danzon, and I am the director of the Early Learning Center here at the YMCA of Montclair. We're very excited for you to come on into our program to see our classrooms and meet our teachers. So let's go.
Good evening and welcome to our first ever virtual open house. I'm so very excited that you can join us this evening, and I look forward to showing you our Early Learning Center and answering any questions that you may have. A few housekeeping things before we start. We are recording this presentation, so if you do not wish to be on video, we ask that you please turn off your camera now. You can use the chat function if there's any questions that you may need to ask. With that being said, we ask that you please hold your questions to the very end of our presentation. We will be showing you a series of 6 videos, which will include our classroom, teaching staff, and the other areas of our facility which your child could access. Before we begin, I would like to introduce myself as the director of this amazing program. I have been with the YMCA of Montclair for 4 years. However, I've been with the YMCA movement for over 22 years, starting my career as a preschool teacher in a center just like this. I was then the assistant director and promoted to the director of early learning. My family and I then decided to move to Florida, where for 6 years I ran after school programs in 21 schools and 10 summer camps for the YMCA of South Florida. But as they say, home is where the heart is. And we moved back to New Jersey, where I have this amazing opportunity to do what I love most, and that is early education. But enough about me. We're going to start with our first classroom, which is our youngest classroom. This classroom is 3 months to 17 months with Miss Megan.
My name is Megan Chow. I am a mother of 3 children, Emma, Patrick, and Michaela. I have been married for 15 years to my husband, Derek, and I received my bachelor's degree in sociology from Montclair State University in 2003. I have been with the YMCA of Montclair for 23 years. I was hired in the fall of October 1997 as a school-age child care counselor. I've had many roles since that time, such as swim instructor, preschool readiness teacher, and arts and science instructor. Also, I served as program director for 10 years in our Cedar Grove and Verona school-age child care program and aquatics director at our Washington Street branch. I took some time off to stay home with my children before returning full-time as our infant room teacher in our early learning center. Some of my favorite things about the classroom is watching children learn and grow every day. They make each other laugh and smile, and watching them become friends is such an amazing thing to see. Some of my students' favorite activities are to go on buggy rides. They also like to play with anything that makes noise. They love to sing and dance, and some of their favorite songs are Itsy Bitsy Spider, Wheels on the Bus, and If You're Happy and You Know It. Prospective parents should know that their children will always have a safe place to come and play. They'll be well taken care of, and they will be treated as if they were one of my own. I love coming to work every day knowing that I get to spend the day with such wonderful children.
Again, that was our infant room, which serves children 3 months to 17 months with Miss Megan. And that classroom has a ratio of 1 staff to 4 children. Up next is what I like to call our Toddler Room, as the children are still trying to get steady on their feet. This room is 18 months to 2 years old. In this classroom, you will find Miss Faith and Miss Cookie, both who just celebrated 30-year anniversaries with us here at the YMCA of Montclair. Let's see what Miss Cookie and Miss Faith have to say.
My name is Faith Armstrong. I am a teacher in the Toddler Room. I have been at Y for 30 years. During this time, I have been site coordinator for one of our after-school programs for 20 years, and I am now working at the Geyer YMCA as one of the teachers for the Toddler Room. I am both AED and CPR certified. My favorite thing about the classroom is my daily interaction with the children. as they bring so much joy and excitement to every day. I am a mother of 2 grown boys, and my children were also a part of the YMCA as children in the after-school program, as well as working in different areas of the Y. As you can see, I am a devoted employee who really enjoys my job and caring for your children as if they were my very own. I feel as a parent, if you are interested in our daycare, you would definitely feel comfortable and confident with your child in our care.
My name is Spavira Houston Bay, but the children call me Miss Cookie. I am a teacher in the Toddler Classroom. I have been at the Y for 30 years. During my time with the YMCA of Montclair, I have been a group teacher, a nursery lead teacher, a site coordinator for one of our after-school programs, and a room director for our summer camps. I am both AED and CPR certified. My favorite thing about being in the classroom is leading circle time with the children. I love singing and doing finger plays and watching them sing with me. They fill my day with so much joy and laughter. The children's favorite activity is finger painting. They get so excited when we finger paint. I really enjoy the time that I spend caring for your children, and I always treat each child like they were my own.
Again, that was our Toddler Classroom with Miss Faith and Miss Cookie. That is 18 months old to 2-year-old, and that is a 1-to-6 staff to child ratio. Up next is Miss Angelica. Miss Angelica may be new to the YMCA, but she has a lot of technical know-how working with children as she recently completed her child development certificate. Let's see what Miss Angelica has to say about herself and her classroom.
Hi, my name is Miss Angelica. I have been working at the Y for almost a year. Here at the Y, we learn, we play, and we enjoy one another. My favorite part of the day is circle time. This is where we learn Spanish and where we communicate with one another as well as learning. My second thing I would say that my children enjoy are their animal care center, where here they become veterinarians and nurses. I love speaking to my parents one-on-one as well as ask them any questions that they have or any ideas they may have for my lesson plan. I look forward to looking at your children grow and meeting you each and every day.
And that was Miss Angelica again for our 2.5 to 3-year-old classrooms. That ratio for that classroom is 1-to-10. Last, but certainly not least, is Miss Cindy and the 4-year-old classroom. This is Miss Cindy's first year with us at the YMCA of Montclair, but she has been previously an owner of her own childcare facility. Let's see what Miss Cindy has to share with us.
Hi, my name is Cindy Coppola, and welcome to our 4-year-old classroom. I've enjoyed a career in the early childhood profession for over 25 years. My favorite part about being a teacher is the reward in watching my children grow and learn, all while having fun. I love that our program fosters children's creativity. My students enjoy all of their centers, but they especially like puzzles, games, Play-Doh, crafts, anything we do together as a group. In addition to teaching all their early childhood academics, I teach my students compassion, empathy, self-control, and self-confidence. Parents have shared with me how invaluable these qualities are in their children. I hope you've enjoyed our classroom. Thank you for visiting us.
Thank you, Miss Cindy, from the 4-year-old classroom, where we have a staff ratio of 1-to-12. Please note, currently we are only running 4 classrooms, but plan to expand classrooms as staff and enrollment dictates. The YMCA's Early Learning Center officially opened last summer, but the YMCA of Montclair has been serving the community for over 130 years and has been serving children in our summer camps, after school care, youth sports, youth programming, and aquatics. So now let's jump into our pool video. I said no diving since it's only 5 feet deep. Our pool here is dedicated to youth aquatics, being 5 feet in depth and slightly warmer than most indoor pools. We have a dedicated locker rooms to families and an observation for parents. Although the Early Learning Center program is temporarily on hold due to COVID, as well as our other enrichments such as baby sign language and foreign language, we look forward to resuming these enrichments in the near future. What would a YMCA be without a gym? Up next, you'll get a child's eye view from what your child would see as they go through our obstacle course in our gym. Our gym is a great safe space for our little ones to burn off some energy as well as sharpening their gross motor skills. Since the gym is a common area, please know it is sanitized after each use as one class exit and the other class enters. Also on the horizon for our Early Learning Center is a state-of-the-art inclusive playground. We teamed up with Montclair State University to design a playground that any child would love. We're hoping to break ground on that playground in the spring, and so that we can have it completed by the beginning of summer. Currently, we do have an outdoor area where children can ride bikes, ride on scooters, play ball, and just enjoy playing in the fresh air with lots of gross motor activities. That concludes our videos for this evening. I've sent each of you an FAQ list of questions that I often get asked by prospective parents. I encourage you to review it. Before any questions, I would like to go over some general information about our program. Our Early Learning Center is a year-round program. It runs from September to August. We serve children 3 months to 4 years old. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6 p.m. We are located at the Geyer YMCA. The Geyer YMCA is one of 2 YMCAs in the nation that is dedicated just to children and their families. If you have any additional questions that have not been answered from this video or from our FAQ, we will take questions now. Please raise your hand on the Zoom function. You will find it if you click on reactions on the bottom of your screen. And we will unmute you as it's your turn to speak and highlight you. You may also use the chat function if you prefer to ask questions here. And we do have some questions up. What happens between the ages of 3 and 4? Well, so we have that 2.5 to 3-year-old classroom. So the 3-year-old classroom, 3-year-olds would go in there until we move up to the 4s. As I stated before, we will be expanding our classrooms. There are cots are there cots in the Toddler rooms for naps? Yes, there are cots, and they're toddler size cots just for them. So we ask that you bring in a bed sheet, a crib sheet on Mondays, and anything else to go with it, like a stuffed animal, a blanket. What is your COVID protocol? That's a good question. So we have been open actually since April of last year. We were doing emergency childcare for essential workers and first responders. So we are very well versed in COVID protocol, where we are constantly cleaning and sanitizing down our classrooms in our high touch areas. All our staff do wear masks throughout the day, and children 2 and older do also wear masks throughout the day. We do not commingle groups. The groups are separate in order to not spread any germs, as well as only staff and children at this time are allowed into our building to limit exposure. We also survey children every morning. We take their temperatures as well as survey the parents and to see if there's anybody in the household that may have any symptoms. The cost, what is the cost of 1-year-olds full-time and part-time? So the cost of a 1-year-old for full-time, we only do full-time at this moment, is $1,500 a month. Can you please address potty training requirements? So children learn at different ages and stages. There is no potty training requirements. We work with you and your child when that time comes, when you feel like they are ready for potty training. Our staff are great about it. We have Ms. Megan, I call her the potty whisperer, because during emergency childcare, she had the children that were just on the verge of being potty trained. How do we go about putting our child on a list? And is it okay to attend? Okay, 2 separate questions, I'm sorry. How do we go about putting our child on the list? So you can email me. My email address is jbindon@Montclair YMCA.org. And I can go ahead and put your child on our waiting list. We do have a waiting list at this time. We are currently going to register children that are already in our program for the upcoming fall. That will begin in the beginning of March. So mid-March, late March, we'll be calling people off our wait list. Again, because of COVID and licensing restrictions, we're limited to the amount of children that we have in our program right now, but we're hoping to expand soon. Okay, is it okay to attend 2 to 3 days a week? How will the tuition work out? Right now, we're only doing full-time enrollment. We do have some families who have their children here only on a part-time basis, but it's full tuition. Can 2-year-old participate part-time? Again, we are full enrollment 5 days a week as of right now. How long is the wait list? Looking for a 7-month-old and 18-month-old. It depends on the classroom. As I stated, we're going to re-register our current families for the fall. When I do the wait list, I do ask for birth dates. It just makes it easier because we've had families that have been on the wait list expecting us to open. I have some people on our wait list from 2019. That doesn't mean that you'll never be able to get a spot because you have people from 2019. We do call families in order on the wait list. Some families are not ready to participate right now, given the current climate. Okay, again, I will know more what the wait list will look like come mid-March. Same question, how long is the wait list for a child who will be 2? Again, it has to go, I go by birth dates. So again, if you email me, I will be able to tell pretty much mid-March where we are with those classrooms. Is there an application process? How do you know about admittance timing? So the application process is if a spot becomes available, I will either email you or call you asking if you're next on the list, asking if you would like that spot. And then I will send you a registration packet as well as our family handbook. What if my young 2-year-old won't wear the mask? We understand it's a little difficult for children right now to wear a mask. Peer pressure in this age is great. So we do our best to try to keep the mask on throughout the day without being stressful for children. We definitely have them have it if we're leaving the classroom to go to a different area, like outside or in the gym area. How do you social distance 2-year-olds? But we try our best. As long as we do our due diligence with making sure we clean and sanitize throughout the day. Also, since you're a year-round program, is there option to take off the summer? So we are year-round, and it is right now full enrollment during the entire year. If you opt to take off for the summer, you will be placed back on our wait list. We would have to fill that spot unless you wanted to pay tuition and have your child out. We're trying to keep things consistent with the full-time basis and not because if it is part-time, we would have to bring another child in. Say if you wanted 3 days a week, somebody would have to do 2 days a week. We're trying to keep classrooms, especially during this time, consistent. My child is type 1. Is there somebody administering insulin if needed? Yes. I am able to administer insulin. I've worked summer camps before where children have had insulin and that is not an issue. I am trained on it. I was also trained in first aid and CPR as an instructor at one time. That is not a problem. Okay, I understand there is no swimming because of COVID post-pandemic. Will the children get swim lessons? Yes, children in the 4-year-old classrooms, 3 and 4s will get swim lessons. Because children with the YMCA swim lessons, children must be at least 3 years old, 3.5, in order to be in the pool by themselves. So yes, we're anticipating those swim lessons. We're hoping that those swim lessons start next month. Is there a dedicated teaching staff for 3 and 4 years old? So we had the 4-year-old classroom, like I said before, 2.5 to 3 is one classroom with Miss Angelica, but we also have the 4-year-old classroom with Miss Cindy. As I stated before, we will be opening up more classrooms. We're limited right now due to COVID and to protocols. So as enrollment builds up, we look forward to expanding our classrooms. Do the children nap in cribs provided, or do we need to bring our own pack and play? We do have cribs for each child. Everything is for that child too. That's especially important during this time. We're not sharing cribs. We're not sharing cots. Each child has their own cot. That's even without COVID. Each child has their own cot and their own crib here. How do you communicate with parents? And app, phone, email. So I communicate with parents via email, phone, as well as I'm the one checking children in every morning, and I see parents at the end of the day. Parents always know how to get in touch with me. Email is probably the best because I am in and out of those classrooms all day long. I am somebody who is very hands-on in the program. I know each family personally and each child personally. Post-COVID, do you provide any meals and snacks, or must we provide everything? We post-COVID, we are providing snacks. We provide a AM snack as well as a PM snack. You provide lunches. We do have a place to heat up lunches. If you have a YMCA membership, is the tuition reduced? Yes. So we have 2 different rates. One is a member rate and one is a community rate. The member rate is $50 less per month. A youth membership is $117 for the year. So I always encourage parents to sign up for the membership. Also, the Y, once we're back up and running in this building, you're going to want to be part of it. Prior to COVID, this building had sports going on and swimming and parent-child classes for cooking. So we're looking very much forward to bringing all that back post-COVID. So you're definitely going to be a part of that. Is there a curriculum or schedule the children follow? So we do, it's summarized on the website or available somewhere else. So we do use the creative curriculum. You can find that on teachingstrategies.com, I believe. If you look up creative curriculum, you'll be able to find it. It's by Teaching Strategies. What is it? It is a hands-on curriculum. It's learning through play. We do lots of observation. Don't worry, they'll still get their alphabets in. It's social and emotional growth as well. There is a schedule every day. Each classroom has their own schedule because we definitely have schedules. Children thrive if they're on schedule. They'll tell you if you're off schedule. Believe me, when I cover classrooms and I'm not doing something, they're like, no, it's snack time right now. We're not going outdoors. So they definitely thrive on that. So that's what we do, is on schedule. Is there a discount for siblings? Yes, there is a 10% discount on the oldest sibling in our program. Tuition monthly. Do you offer financial assistance for low-income parents? Yes, we do. The YMCA is known for that, for helping the community as well as helping with financial assistance. No one is turned away for their inability to pay. There's also a program out there called Program for Parents. It's a state-run program. You're encouraged to look into as well, that helps with tuition assistance. Is a 2+-year-old more of a preschool as opposed to just daycare? All our rooms are pretty much like a preschool. It's learning going on. As a early learning hood director, childhood director, it breaks my heart when people think it's just babysitting and we're just watching children. These children are learning with us every day. So creative curriculum goes from infants all the way up to our preschoolers. So our preschoolers, we understand you guys are wanting them to get ready for kindergarten, and they will be ready for kindergarten. We do have calendars. We go over our alphabet. We do everything in such a fun way. The children do not even know that they're learning, but you'll know once they come home singing. So the 2+ more classroom is preschool as well. Okay, not a question, but a statement to Geyer. My daughter attended from 6 months. Sorry, it's hard to read some of this. From 6 months, in addition to camps, this is what brings me back to a short few years later for my son. Thanks so much. He was more than prepared, and I've had an alternative experience with daycares, Montessori in the area. Thank you so much for that. We do love what we do here, and I'm glad that it shows. I'm glad that your children had such a fun time here with us. Any other questions? Again, okay. Again, if you have any further questions, please feel free to email me at jbandon. It's on top of your screen if you could see, jbandon@montclairymca.org. I know it's so much easier to email me. I do read my emails religiously. I am in and out of classrooms all day long, taking care of these beautiful children. That sometimes it's harder to catch me on the phone, but I will definitely get back to you. Thank you again. I hope you enjoyed learning about our center and meeting all of us. I enjoyed watching on the screen some of your children. That makes me happy. Thank you so much and have a great evening.